I was born in a town called Karlskoga, here in Sweden. I grew up in a small town, a really old town, but we never actually lived in the town. We always were living a couple of kilometers outside. I have some memories from my earlier years, but I don't know if it's because I remember them or that I've watched them on tape. One of the first friends I know I got on my own was Amanda. She went to kindergarten across from the street where I lived. I don't know how we started talking, but I remember standing on the opposite side of that fence and talking to her, like a lot. Another of my earliest memories was when I learned how to tie a bow. I was standing in my daycare's hallway and tied my outerwear pants, and I just recall that feeling of accomplishment when I didn't think and just did it for the first time. My pants were red. Me and my brother used to put on shows with our bionicles. It was a bionicle circus, where we'd cut up papers to make our own really awesome confetti, and we made our parents watch it and photograph it. I have no idea if they actually enjoyed it, but they always watched. I was around 8 and my brother was 5. I went to a lovely school my first 7 years, with a big forest and a lot of things to do on the breaks. We hadn't enough breaks though. In 3rd grade, my class was put together with another class, which was very great because some of the people from there are still my best friends now. I kinda both was the most mature and immature growing up. I really liked and still like being all weird and out there, but I'm also the one who likes hanging out with my parents and other adults. Sometimes I literally rather hung out with teachers than kids. Quitting middle school was really scary. I remember sitting on the last day just looking out over my class and started to cry because that was the last time we were gonna be together. We all went to the same junior high, ages 13 to 15 in Sweden, but I was right. We never saw each other as a whole group again. Us girls stuck together pretty well though. I got closer to all of them, 8 girls including me. We found time after school to hang out. I wasn't really the type who hung out with friends after school. I often didn't dare to ask, even though I always talked about everything and nothing. The talking wasn't the problem, and when someone asked me, I just didn't want to. But I got better in junior high. I missed junior high. It was mostly good times. I had my first and only proper boyfriend in summer of 2010. We didn't last long. Junior high also was a very confusing and almost a dark time for me. I had very much on my mind. Who was I? What did I want? And all those such things. I always felt like I was being annoying and strange and needed to quit that, but at the same time, that was me. Couldn't just give up on me. My friends also experienced hard times, which they nearly only confessed to me. They had bigger problems, more intense problems, so I felt bad for being bad for myself. I had a breakdown 2nd year, where I just sat in my principal's office and cried for a couple of hours. I didn't really understand. I was happy, but still not. I wrote a lot. Mostly poems, which some of the 500 I got now are sitting on my wall. Just as a reminder of how things were. In 8th grade, in March 2010, I got my first camera. I still use it, but I'm saving up for a new one. It's hands down the best present I've ever got, and it has gotten me so far. Last year junior high was better. One of the last week's 27 students that have been saving up money took a trip to Spain. So we went, 27 of us, 2 teachers and a father to one of the students. It was amazing. I love Barcelona and I would definitely go there again. It was a budget trip. I don't see anything wrong with that, but it was exhausting. The first night we went to a bigger city an hour from home by car to get to a bus, which took almost 3 hours to get to the airport. Then a flight to the Netherlands, 1.5 hours. And staying there for 4 to 5 hours. Another flight, 2 hours. Then an hour bus ride to get to our hotel. We got up at 7 the first day, went to school and all of that. Without sleeping, we arrived at our room at 5 in the evening the next day. We didn't sleep then. We went to bed like late. We stayed there for a week. The breakfast was absolutely terrible, but we had a good time. It was a little educated too, but I don't remember much of it. I think there was a museum. And then junior high ended. It was worse than middle school. I had only known these people for 3 years and it still hurt so much to know that I wouldn't see them every day any longer. I cried the whole day, pretty much. So, high school. Time to choose what you want to do with your life. 15-year-old me should decide that. Great! Well, I got into aesthetic and media. I don't know if that's proper English, but we do things with photos, cameras, and the whole media perspective. It's good. I've developed really much as a photographer and in other ways too. 2 months ago, I found this YouTuber. I have never really been into YouTube and subscribing and such, but I found this guy with this really strange name, like Dan is not on fire without any spaces, and I was like, hey, this guy's funny. I started to follow him, look at other videos he done, and I found Phil. And that's also how I found the Fantastic Foursome, meaning PJ and Chris. I absolutely love what they all are doing, and they are the reason why I'm now a full-blown YouTube addict. I started with those guys, and then somehow it just got out of hand and I'm following very many. But I love them all and they really cheered my life up. Right now, I am in second of 3 years of high school. I'm 17 and I still don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I'm making a movie though, that I worked on for over a year with princesses. Princesses. It's a short film and I'm very proud to have done it because I've never done a movie before. And now we're making one with costumes and such for 20 people. It is huge. I'm also in the fun process of writing a book on my free time. It's now over 130 pages.